There
Okay,
was like one day last week where there was only a couple people.
can you mute yourselves? Good evening, everyone. This is Rabbi Karen. Welcome to our Tuesday Ma'arif class, Ma'arif service. I'm so glad you could join us this evening. I thank you for being here and welcome. I hope you're all well. I hope you're fine. I hope all is good in your life. And we are on Facebook, YouTube, simshalom.com. We're all over the place. You can't miss us. So I'm glad you're here. On Zoom right now, we have Toby, Marvin, Rudolph, Sapora, Reba, and Ziona. And don't see anybody on our chat yet, but I hope everybody here is healthy as Ziona is wiping her nose. And I just took my antibiotic and I've been coughing up. So it's like, here we all are. This is called winter. Allergies. Okay, that too. We have people in our community. A lot of people went on cruises and they're all getting off the ship with the flu, the sniffles, and COVID. So that is called winter. Okay, Albert is here on our restream. So welcome, Albert. Good to see you. Okay, so let's get ready to start. Let me go to share screen. And we will begin our Tuesday Ma'ariv service. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. How good and how pleasant when we dwell together in unity. And now our call to praise. Baruch hu et Adonai hamavorach. Baruch Adonai hamavorach le'olam va'ed. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom our praise is due, now and forever. And now our evening blessing. When we look at the sunrise, when we look at the sunset, we are reminded of Adonai's actual physical creating, separating light from dark and dark from light. It's always those magnificent colors. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma potech she'arim, u'vitvuna mishanei tim, u'machalif et hazmanim, u'msader et kochavim b'mishmeroteim barakia kirtzono. With wisdom you open gateways, with understanding you alter times. Vary the seasons and assign the stars to their watches in the sky. Oreyom v'layla golel or mipnei hoshek v'choshek mipnei or. Creator of day and night, who rolls light away from darkness and darkness from light. Uma'avir yom u'mevi layla, uma'avdil ben yom u'ben layla. Adonai Tzvaot Shemo. El Chai v'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Li'olam Ve'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Amariv Aravim. O living and ever-enduring God, reign over us forever and ever. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who brings on twilight. Everlasting love you offer your people Israel. Okay. By teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night, we will reflect on them. For they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo, Yisrael. Okay, just going to pause this for a few moments. Now let's see who's in our restream. Let's see in our Zoom. We also have Ellen Friedman. Roseburg, and I think I said Reba already. So great. We have a lot of friends here on our Restream chat. Oh, it seemed to have closed and now we have to wait. I don't know to Albert, and I don't know anybody else. It restarted itself, so I lost whatever you wrote. All right, welcome everybody. I hope you're all warm on your end of the country, not having to dig out of too much snow. We were so cold here in Florida that we actually thought it was going to snow. That was the only thing. The sky was gray, it was dark. By the way, has anybody seen Al? He used to be with us always driving his truck on Tuesday nights. And I haven't,
Al?
yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, that was his name. We used to say a prayer for his wife. Right, Toby? I got it right? Hi, Ellen Rose. Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, Toby, I got it right. It was Al.
Yeah, and, Tracy.
Yes, he's been around a little bit. He did say he was on a new route
Oh, okay.
driving, and he was off for a while too. So I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know if the new route is taking getting used to, and that's why he's not here, or if he's traveling. I don't
It's
know.
fine. I just worry about people,
I'm the same way, Rabbi. Absolutely.
especially
But-
since we're saying Mishabera for his wife. So as long as everybody's fine, I'm good. And yes, Andy, thank you. Al and Tracy were on last week. That's fine. Like I said, I'm a Jewish mother. I worry. Okay. All right. So let's head back to our service. And thank you everybody for your information. I appreciate it. Okay. And now the prayer that states our creed, who we are, what is important to us. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom forever and ever. And you shall love. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart. And you shall teach them diligently to your children. And you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you rise up, and when you lie down. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates. And then you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy, holy unto your God. Just checking the chat. Okay. And speaking of miracles, as Miriam and the women went through the marching of the Red Sea and the parting of the Red Sea, they sang, Mi chamocha ba'alim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, no ratihilot, osef eleh. Your children witnessed your sovereignty, the sea splitting before Moses and Miriam. This is our God, they cried. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praise are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Chashivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim ufrosh aleinu sukkot shalomecha. Adonai, bless us in these troubled times. Bless the people of Israel. May the peace ensue. May they live their lives without danger. May the hostages return. May the people of Gaza resume peaceful lives themselves. May us all find peace and love under your wing. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. Shield us and remove from our path hostility, disease, war, famine, and sorrow. For you are a protecting power and saving power. Truly a sovereign power, gracious and compassionate are you. Guard our going and our coming in life, in peace now and for all eternity. Spread us over your shelter of peace. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who spread your shelter of peace over us, over your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Yitkada v'yitkada shemei rabba b'yamadira hirute v'yamlich mahute b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechal beit Yisrael ba'gala ba'gala uv'izman kariv v'yimru amen yesh mei rabba mevorach Li'olam li'olmei almaya yitbarach Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yiroman v'yinaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitala shmei dekudusha b'richu le'elam b'chor b'chata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata damiram b'yalma v'yimeru amen. Excuse me a moment. Okay, let's stop sharing and talk about this week's Torah portion. Okay, this week's Torah portion is Parsha Vayechi. Joseph is in Egypt. Joseph was interpreting Pharaoh's dreams. He saved Egypt from famine and was promoted to, let's say, the equivalent of prime minister. And people from all over the region come seeking out food. And who do we last see? Joseph's brothers. They don't recognize him, but he knows them. And he tests them. I guess he wants to see how they changed. So he threatened to hold back Jacob's other favorite son, Benjamin. And the oldest brother said, please take me. That will kill my father. We lost our brother Joseph, and my father surely couldn't survive losing Benjamin. And Joseph revealed himself to his brothers. And they were grateful. They were forgiven. And he told them, go bring their father. Go bring Jacob. And Jacob lived 17 years in Egypt. Jacob blessed the two sons of Joseph, saying that all of Israel will bless each other by saying, may God make you like Ephraim and Manasseh, giving them equal status to his own sons. On Shabbat, people bless their children by saying, may God make you like Ephraim and Manasseh. Now, if you're born in the diaspora, should we say that? May God make you like Ephraim and Manasseh? Interesting thoughts. Jacob blesses his sons, assigning to each his role as a tribe. Judah will produce leaders, legislators, and kings. Priests will come from Levi, scholars from Issachar, seafarers from Zebulun, school teachers from Simeon, soldiers from Gad, judges from Dan, olive growers from Asher, and so on. Reuben is rebuked for confusing his father's marriage bed. Simeon and Levi for the massacre of Shechem and the plot against Joseph. Naphtali is granted the swiftness of a deer. Benjamin, the ferociousness of a wolf. And Joseph is blessed with beauty and fertility. By the way, something that I had learned, Benjamin is all left-handed. They're all fighters, the ferociousness of a wolf, and they're all left-handed in the tribe of Benjamin. That it has to do with son of the left hand, Yamin. I believe it means left. Just an interesting side note. So every one in these tribes are going to have scholars or judges or olive growers or soldiers. So much for free will. Where does free will come into this? What if you're in the tribe of Levi and you don't want to be a priest? What if you're a soldier from the tribe of Gad, G-A-D, but you don't want to be a soldier, you want to be a scholar? Is this preordained? Or I thought we had free will. Any thoughts? You're also silent. Somebody take a chance.
think that we all have free will.
Say
I
that again.
don't
We
think
all have
I
what?
think that we all have free will, and that nothing is like in concrete. Nothing tells us
So
what
what Jacob just said was not in concrete? There were suggestions?
possibly.
Possible suggestions? Anybody else?
Maybe
think-
generalizations, like generally the people of this tribe are going to do this and the people of that tribe are going to do that. Maybe it's generalizations, although I don't see how we get around Levi. They have to be priests.
Okay,
There's no way to get around that part, but
okay. And I like what you said in your chat.
Aren't,
Manasseh and Ephraim did not assimilate while in Egypt.
weren't the Levites the musicians?
They were actually the assistants to the Kohen,
Because the Kohen is the priest,
the high priest, but they're like the assistant priests.
and I guess descendants have names like Levine and Levi and so on and so
Exactly.
forth.
Exactly.
And Kaplan is it's generally a Kohen.
Exactly. Coin, Kaplan, yeah. Generally, right.
And I'm a common Jew, so
Yeah, so are the rest of us. We're all the Yisrael. As my father taught me when I learned that at 5 years old in Hebrew school, I said, "What am I? What are we?" And he was like, we're just Yisrael. We're us and the rest of the folk. But
my family are Kohanim, actually.
okay.
In fact, an estranged member of our family that's distantly related called my father up once and had my father talk to his rabbi to verify that we were Kohanim for I don't remember why, but I remember the phone call.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So my grandfather had some brothers and they became estranged from my grandfather. They estranged themselves from my grandfather and the rest of my part of the family. So that's yeah.
We all have those stories. We all have those, yeah. Well, I got a copy. I knew my grandfather, my mother's father. I knew him, but I wanted to get a picture of his headstone to see who his parents were. And I found out my grandfather on my mother's side was a Levite. So I was like, oh, does that make me a Levite? No, it passes to the daughter, but it does not pass down after that. So missed it. I'm
no,
sorry,
that
Rosa.
goes
No,
through the
wait a
father.
minute. Wait a minute, Marvin. Rosa was talking. 1 minute.
I was just going to say that I think it's a bit of both, that some things happen and we have no control over them, but then how we react and how we live with them is up to us. That's the free will.
I love it. That's wonderful. Marvin, what were you going to say?
No, I was going to say that usually the tribe goes through the father, but whether you're Jewish or not, supposedly goes through the mother.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? And yet, the women could be what their father is in the father's tribe, but they can't pass that down.
But now the Reform Jews have sort of changed that.
Well, you know what? We have DNA today. We
Yeah.
have DNA today. So I agree with that. We have DNA. DNA can test.
Actually, one Jewish grandfather or grandparent ought to be sufficient.
We could argue that. I'm not
You
going to
know,
disagree with you. But going back way when the marauding tribes came in and there was plunder and rape, you might not have known who the father was. That's why it went through the mother. But I'll be honest with you, today with DNA, I think we could sort of change the ruling. By the way, curious how and where they began the practice of free will. Well, there's portions of the Torah that talk about free will. Okay, we all have to live our lives by the choices we make. True, but we still have a moral compass to live by. And Ellen Rose is a Levi from both sides. But I don't know if you could pass that down. Okay, Andy, excuse me, now I have hiccups. I'm sorry, it's this antibiotic that I'm on. I read the tribe and all goes through the father, but pre-DNA, they had to claim whatever the mother was. Thank goodness for DNA testing. Excuse me, I apologize for that. It's all a big, we're changing with the times, some of us, and some of us are not.
I wanted to speak about free will again. In my Chumash, I don't even remember where, but I remember in a commentary, it was talking about free will, and there's just, if the commentary said there's just some things that we don't have choices about, like where we are born.
This is true.
And that greatly influences
Or who we're born to.
exactly. And that especially, I mean, assuming I'm still going to be my parents' child, where we're born definitely influences how we grow up and the obstacles we face growing up and or privileges we get but based on where we grow up and that kind of thing.
There's environmental influences on where we're going to grow up, on how we grow up and the life decisions. But at this point, they're going back to the land of Israel. So they never thought of the diaspora at that point. And Rosa said that's why she said it's both. Okay.
I agree.
Interesting discussion. Okay. Before I turn the page, I need to find my Mishabera page, my Mishabera. Okay. So we're going to get, no, we're not going to get ready for the Mishabera. We are going to listen to the prayers in our hearts and our mind as we take a moment for silent reflection. Oh, say shalom bimrumah, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael, bimru, amen. Okay, now we're going to get ready for our prayer for healing. And while everybody is typing in names, I will begin with Sid and Joyce, Rafi Gideon, Ben, Reuven, Verav, Hannah, Zelda. Boomer and Luna and Sammy, Rob and Lisa's daughter, Ronnie, Seal's daughter, Rabbi Allison's daughter, Hannah Bat Leola, Miriam Bat Shulamit, Carrie, daughter of Bonnie, Leslie, Mindalea Bat Chaya, Maxine, Marsha, Marlene Bat Sylvia, Bobby, George, Dean, David, Rabbi Fratello, Samantha, Paul, Joel, Shana Bat Shlava, Samir, and Naomi. Okay, Rabbi Galit. Okay. All who suffer from PTSD, LND, and other cancer patients who are terminally ill, all in Israel who need peace and healing, everyone who needs prayers, and all Sim Shalomers and Toby. Okay. Barbara, Rachel Bat Benjamin, Andrea Bat Marcy, Toby, all who are suffering physically, emotionally, and spiritually, all the hostages, all of us not feeling well, and our beloved pets. Cheryl, Jeff, Lily, Violet, all Sim Shalomers and JCHR members who need it, all those in the IDF, and for our leaders, all Israelis and Gazanites. Gazanites. I was told that's the way to pronounce it. Marvin, tell us your Mishabera prayer.
Cornwall, Allnut, Nelson Rispaldo, my brother Howard Gruber, and myself.
Okay, thank you. Please mute yourself again. Any other ones? Okay. Oh, somebody threw one in. Cindy Bat Gloria, Chava Bat Elsa, Pearl Bat Elsa, Joanna Bat Charlene, Rabbi Shush, all Sim Shalomers who need healing. Thomas David Ben Catherine, survivors of violence and bigotry, Eretz Yisrael, and innocent Gazanites and the hostages. I don't know. I heard on the news they pronounce it Gazanites. So I like that. It sounded like a precious gem. Okay, and now let's go to share screen. Mishe Beirach Avotenu Mahol Habraha Limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishe Beirach Imotenu Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotze bereshit, shalo asanu kikoye haratzot, v'lo samanu kimishpachot adama, shalo sam helkenu kahem, v'goralenu kicho hamanam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech, malchei hamlochim, hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'eman v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz v'yom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. We recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died in this season in years past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. The memories of all of them are with us. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as we praise Adonai and pray for the coming of Adonai's kingdom. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, v'yalmad divrah hiruteh, v'yamlik malhuteh, v'chayehonu v'yomechon, uv'chayeh d'chol beit Yisrael, b'agalav zman kariv v'yimru, amen. Yehi shlama rabbah min shemaya, Yehi shmei rabbah mivarach li'olam olmei almaya. Alein yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yiroman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal, shmei d'kedushah b'richu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, damiram v'yalma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'rumav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yimru amen. And may all those who are in mourning be comforted by the one who comforts all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with me here on this Tuesday evening. I'm hoping you're all well. I'm hoping you're happy. safe and warm. I wish you a very happy and peaceful secular New Year this year. May 2024 be a wonderful year for us all, a year filled with peace and good health. Take care, all. Be well. Catch you next week. Bye-bye.